Red Sox pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez, who pitched 5.2 innings in his first start in over a month, drew praise from manager Alex Cora for his effort. AP photo, David J. Phillip. With the Boston Red Sox only one game away from winning the World Series, Boston police announced several road closures and parking restrictions that will begin Sunday and remain in place until the series is over. Boston police announced the restrictions Sunday morning as the series between the Red Sox and Los Angeles Dodgers has 3 games remaining. Game 5 is tonight in Los Angeles. In an effort to ensure the safety and security of fans following the Fall Classic, a number of street closures and parking restrictions will take effect for the remainder of the series at several locations throughout the city, Boston police said. Again, this is less about who wins and more about being prepared for when the series is decided. Police reminded fans to behave responsibly. Any disruptive and disorderly behavior will not be tolerated, police said. Here's the list of traffic restrictions that will remain in place until the World Series is over. The following locations will be closed to traffic from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Commonwealth Avenue, Woodbridge to Massachusetts Avenue, both sides Brookline Avenue, Beacon Street, Kenmore Square, to Pilgrim Road, except for garages, parking lots that have no other exit to another public way. All vehicles exiting under this condition shall turn in a southerly direction towards Park Drive, Boylston Street, Pilgrim Road to Westland Avenue, Ipswich Street, Boylston Street at Hemingway Street to Boylston Street at Park Drive, Lansdowne Street, Brookline Avenue to Ipswich Street, Van Ness Street, Ipswich Street to Kilmarnock Street, Jersey Street, Boylston Street to Van Ness Street. Parking restrictions, no stopping. Boston Police Special Event temporary parking restrictions will be in place at the following locations: Brighton area, Beacon Street, both sides, from Chestnut Hill Avenue to Ware Road, Brighton Avenue, both sides, from Commonwealth Avenue to Alston Street, Cleveland Circle, Cassidy Playground area, both sides of metered area, Sutherland Road area, both sides of metered area, Harvard Avenue, both sides, from Commonwealth Avenue to Cambridge Street, Kenmore Square area, Bay State Road, both sides, from Beacon Street to Granby Street, Beacon Street, both sides, from Massachusetts Avenue to Park Drive, Boylston Street, both sides, from Massachusetts Avenue to Brookline Avenue, including DCR areas, Brookline Avenue, both sides, from Beacon Street, Kenmore Square, to Pilgrim Road, Burlington Street, both sides, from Brookline Avenue to the Dead End, Commonwealth Avenue, both sides, both roadways, from Massachusetts Avenue to the Boston University Bridge, Deerfield Street, both sides, from Commonwealth Avenue to Bay State Road, Fullerton Street, both sides, from Brookline Avenue to the Dead End, Granby Street, both sides, from Commonwealth Avenue to Bay State Road, Ipswich Street, both sides, from Boylston Street at Hemingway Street to Boylston Street, CVS 1249 Boylston Street, Jersey Street, both sides, from Boylston Street to Peterborough Street, Kenmore Square in its entirety, both sides, both roadways, from Kenmore, Raleigh Streets to Deerfield Street, Beacon Streets, Kilmarnock Street, both sides, from Van Ness Street to Peterborough Street, Lansdowne Street, both sides, from Brookline Avenue to Ipswich Street, Newberry Street Extension, both sides, from Brookline Avenue to Charlesgate West, Overland Street, both sides, from Brookline Avenue to the Dead End, Park Drive, DCR roadway, left side, left roadway, Roberto Clemente Park side, from Agassiz Road to opposite Kilmarnock Street, Raleigh Street, both sides, from Bay State Road to Commonwealth Avenue, Sherbourne Street, both sides, from Commonwealth Avenue to Bay State Road, Silver Way, both sides, from Commonwealth Avenue to Bay State Road, Van Ness Street, both sides, from Ipswich Street to Kilmarnock Street, Jersey Street, both sides, from Boylston Street to Brookline Avenue, Fullerton Street, both sides, from Brookline Avenue to the Dead End, Overland Street, both sides, from Brookline Avenue to David Ortiz Drive, Northeastern University area, Gainsborough Street, both sides, from Huntington Avenue to Hemingway Street, both sides, from Forsyth Street to Boylston Street, Symphony Road, both sides, from St. Stephen's Street to Hemingway Street, St. Stephen's Street, both sides, from Westland Avenue to Forsyth Way, Opera Place, both sides, from St. Stephen's Street to Huntington Avenue, Westland Avenue, both sides, from Hemingway Street to Massachusetts Avenue, Faneuil Hall area, Blackstone Street, both sides, from Hanover Street to North Street, Clinton Street, both sides, from North Street to Surface Road, Congress Street, both sides, from New Chardon Street to State Street, Hanover Street, both sides, from Congress Street to Surface Road, New Chardon Street, both sides, from Cambridge Street to Merrimack Street, North Street, both sides, from Surface Road to Congress Street, Union Street, both sides, from North Street to Hanover Street, State Street, both sides, from Surface Road to Washington Street, North Station area, Canal Street, both sides, from New Chardon Street to Causeway Street, Causeway Street, both sides, from Merrimack Street to North Washington Street, Front Street, both sides, from New Chardon Street to Causeway Street, Portland Street, both sides, from New Chardon Street to Causeway Street, Lancaster Street, both sides, from Merrimack Street to Causeway Street, Merrimack Street, both sides, from New Chardon Street to Causeway Street, Rip Valenti Way, both sides, from Merrimack Street to North Washington